Scorcher out here already. Good morning. I'm outside, cutting plums off their little corn, whatever they call them. This one, see if I can. Good morning. Good morning. What are you doing, Briggs? Processing plums. This plum sauce is good on ice cream. Good morning, Resistance Ridge. How are you? I am cutting up plums for plum sauce. I got plums from my dad's trees. I gotta cut them off their little pits. I think they're called corns. I'm not sure. Do any of you do canning? Any kind of preserves? Hey, some of those. My hands are kind of a mess. Hi. Hello. Welcome.
Good morning. I do canning. I just had a huge cabbage and I turned it into kimchi.
Did you? That's dope.
Yeah,
Well,
and I'm afraid all my cherries got eaten by birds. I'm worried about my plums. My plums are just starting to turn color. So we'll see what happens with those. I have a lot of blackberries. I'm going to be picking blackberries for days.
my blackberries took off this year. Been
Yeah,
planted
mine
there since
too.
13, and I might get one or two this year. I've got a bunch. The birds took all of my grapes.
Your grapes are gone. My cherries are gone. I've got to figure out something for next year because I had a lot of cherries and they're literally the whole tree is gone. But I don't think it's just the birds because I found some scat out in my driveway. It could be chipmunks. I don't know. And they had seeds in it because they ate the whole seed and everything. There was like four pieces in the scat. So I don't know what it is. But something got all my cherries, and I'm hoping to just even get a handful of plums at this point because something's going after those now too.
This is my
Thought it was
third
the blueberries.
plums off my dad's tree. Third. How sick of plums?
Last year I got a lot of plums. I could make plum. I made plum jelly or jam, and not this year. I'm having issues with fruit. I've got two apple trees too.
I'm still waiting on my pear tree to start producing. It's been 5 years. We've been
Mm-hmm.
producing.
My pear got like some kind of fungus on it, and I've been spraying it every season. But I do have some pears coming this year.
I was hoping I'd have pears this year. Not, it doesn't look good. Next up on the list is the peaches that I have on this tree.
Oh gosh, yeah. I've got my peaches are like it's a small tree and I it had to be like braced up because it became one too heavy on one side and broke off. It basically only has one branch. It's kind of like a Charlie Brown tree right now, and I've got like five peaches on it. But last year we watched this one peach and we were like waiting for it, right? Because it only got by the end of the season, it only had one good peach. And around my husband's birthday, which is August 10th, I was like, I'm going to go pick that peach for him. It got eaten by the ants. So this year
Aww,
I'm going to take them early.
that sucks.
Hmm. Yeah, I've been having problems with pests.
I think it was my groundhog that was eating the pear tree when it was growing. It was just nipping the like, tree growth off
Hmm.
2 years in a row. It can't reach it now unless it climbs the tree, but it was
Yeah, so I learned how to can in the last few years, and that is why I've been growing my garden is just to prep for, the next winter.
I've been canning my whole life. I learned from my grandmother. My mom was never really one for taking me putting me or anything. She likes to dabble in things and then she put it down. I'm
It's
like,
hard to hear you.
sorry, I don't have my headphones on.
That's okay. I've been doing the canning in the past where you just boil the water over the can, where it covers the top of the cans. But my husband says, because I inherited my stepmother's house, he goes, she has two canning pressure cookers out there. I'm like, oh, I'm doing that this time because I've had cans of apples or jars of apples go bad.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna use the pressure cooker thing that she has out there.
I made cherry pie. 2 days ago, and for some reason they started leaking, so I had to reprocess them. Even this, I don't know what was going on, but you should be good now. Hopefully, I'm gonna get my headphones so I can and you can hear me.
I'm basically doing my second crop of peas this season. The peas
Oh,
are going off like crazy.
let's see if I can get this to hook in.
Oh, that sounds better.
There we go.
I was trying to read your
Peas didn't
background.
do good for me the last 2 years. I've been struggling with peas.
Yeah, broccoli's
Just
going off here right now. My tomatoes, I'm starting to see tomatoes, but I'm in a very cold area of the country. Even though I'm in California, it's Northern California, so it doesn't get usually as hot for the tomatoes and the peppers and things. But at least my plants are producing. They're just not red yet.
yeah, I don't have any peppers, but I do have little baby tomatoes. Taking forever. I
Mm-hmm.
live in Ohio, so I experienced some similar issues. But we got a greenhouse started. Hopefully one day it'll be finished. It's just been too
That's nice.
hot. Yeah, my friends kind of put it together for me. It was really nice. But,
Oh
it is
shoot.
a scorcher out
I
here
have
already.
a
Gotta go.
no, it's just the a light sensor went off. We have a sensor and that you on my garage, and I'm in the middle of the woods, so it's usually an animal. So I'm just gotta check it out because my dogs aren't barking, so maybe it's not an animal. I don't know. I don't know. Is it my son? Maybe he's out. My son lives over on that side of the property. Maybe he's waking up right now.
Ooh, family.
And that's why my dogs aren't going nuts because they know it's him.
These are the tiniest plums I've ever seen. They're so
I
tiny.
only, like I said, my plums are just starting to. Mine are like, I don't know, the size of a golf ball right now, but they're still kind of greenish.
Big cherries. That's what these are.
Yeah.
There's some that are bigger. I can't find any right now. Um, this one's bigger.
Are the pits bigger or smaller? Or are you finding that the
It's
pits are, they're,
they're
okay.
small
Mm-hmm.
and they're
So
so
you're getting
juicy
some
and
meat
sweet.
off of them at least.
Oh yeah, they're so juicy and sweet. They're like I got juice dripping down my leg where I'm trying to cut the pits apart. Cut the pits off. I was like, I'm doing this outside. I ain't doing this in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I can spray the porch off. Yeah, it's an arduous task, that's for sure, trying to get these.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you're prepping for canning, it is.
My dad grows the food and the fruit, like I grow too, but I don't really have a good look over here for some reason. But he grows a big garden, and he'll give me the stuff that he's eating, and then I process it for
Mm-hmm.
preserving.
Like I said, I inherited this property, and my stepmom was a gardener. And this year, after November, what happened in November, I'll just say it that way, I knew I was going to be stockpiling as much as I can of food.
You know, we just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So I've got potatoes aplenty, onions, cabbage, cucumbers, zucchini, tomatoes, lettuce, and then I have a small orchard.
Wish everyone had that kind of access to food. It would be so great.
Yeah, I've got 5 acres, but I use about an acre of my land for the garden.
Nice. It's a nice sized garden.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that big. I've got some container gardens. It's about I had a price reduction like
Christian?
in 2009.
Christian?
And
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
no,
I thought I just heard
2000.
the hot tub turn on. I'm like, why is my hot tub turning on? It's my son.
So in 2009, I had a breast reduction and I had a big cut went across the back part of my property. And my housemates, while I was fighting for my life from the infections that I got from the hospital,
Oh
they just
no.
let my garden go. When I got out of the hospital, I was already upset because I had to go through all that and I was sick, and then to come home and see the work that I put in just be ruined. Like I didn't do a garden for a long time, and I just started that
Yeah,
2 years ago.
it's disheartening when you put in all that hard work and like say you go on a vacation or like you have an operation or something and you can't like guarantee that it's going to be taken care of in your absence.
Absence, yeah.
I went and I was like trying to teach my son because I went on my 25th wedding anniversary. I went on a trip and I was like, this is what you have to do every other day. And I'm like, you have to water these, you have to water these. And we're on wells. So I was like, you have to make sure to turn on. And he's 32 years old. And you would think I would just trust him, but I didn't. I was like, if you don't take care of this after all this hard work I put in, I'm going to be pissed. So I was a little bit of a control freak about it. And he did good. He did good. Everything survived.
Good.
He moved in. I
Well,
had a stroke 3 years ago, so he moved in with me.
That's a rough.
Yeah, my husband travels a lot for work, so he moved onto the property to keep an eye on me when my husband's gone. And
Nice.
yeah.
My kid lives here too. He's 32.
Say
I would
that
rather
again,
him live
sorry?
here. My kid's 32, and they live here too.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather them live here. Like I told them, this is their house when we go, so you might as well stay.
Yeah, after C19, he had been alone the whole entire time, right? My daughters were in college. They got sent home during those years. And he had been by himself in his studio apartment and working by himself all day long. And he called me. He goes, I'm depressed. And I had just had my stroke and like, get your ass home. What are you doing?
Right. Come on.
Well, you can stay out in the studio. So he pays us rent. He checks in on me. It's a blessing to have him here. He's doing his music again. He seems much happier than he has been in years.
Good.
But I did have that moment of, am I a failure because my 32-year-old's moving back home?
No.
And then I let that go. It was a moment, you know?
It's because society tells us that we're not supposed to be there for our kids when they get older, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
So totally insane. Um, we should keep being there for each other, you know, as
Mm-hmm.
our kids grow and have
Well, and
things.
this is a mutual, like, taking care of each other, right? He's taking care of me and making sure that I'm not alone after my stroke, and I'm taking care of him that he's not alone and depressed.
Yeah,
So it's mutual.
yeah, it's good. I'm glad you have something like that in your life. Oh my God, I'm so tired of cutting this up already.
How many more do you have?
Probably another big pail. I don't know how many. I'll show you this. This one, can you see it? This was full.
Oh yeah, big
And I
big
have
pot.
another one. Yeah, I have another one.
And you said you're making plum sauce?
Yeah, I made jelly, but now I'm
Mm.
making like a plum sauce, which is pretty much the same thing. Just use it.
I
Did
went
you
through
put
my
it on?
cupboard and I found. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go
No, go
ahead.
ahead. No, it's okay. There's a
I
glass.
found an old applesauce from last, uh, well, fall, basically. So what are we in? Almost not quite a year. Definitely not a year because my apples aren't ready this year. But I'm like, oh, we still have applesauce from last year.
I love that.
I do applesauce, and then I tried doing the like apple slices, so for like seasoning them for like an apple pie, so you can just pop it open and stick it in a pie crust.
Mm,
Those ones failed. They leaked.
that's what I was having problems with this pie filling, which reminds me I got to check those today. Make sure they're still good.
The kimchi is pretty interesting that I've done. This is my first time
Yeah,
doing kimchi, and yeah, you don't boil them or anything. You just set them on the counter and let them ferment,
yeah, that's how I do
and you got to burp
sauerkraut,
them
which is
every day.
basically the same thing.
Hmm. I have. That's the other thing I'm going to make is sauerkraut
Oh,
because I have a whole other cabbage to go and do. I was going to make sauerkraut.
yeah, I made sauerkraut last year. It's pretty good.
I like to make pickled, or excuse me, I like to make zucchini relish.
Oh yeah,
Like not dill, but yeah, it's really good. I love it in tuna. I love it like it's like pickling a cucumber, except for you're using zucchini.
mhm. People do that with like
But I shred it.
uh, they make zucchini like into what would be pineapple. It's like pineapple chunks, but you use zucchini.
Yeah.
Thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I just
Uh,
shred it and then I use like, the pickling spices that you can buy. And
yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else I use. I have a recipe and I just gotta pull it out because I can't remember it by heart right now.
Well, these plums are going to go to the market. That's what I'm
Mm.
doing with them. Trying to raise funds for an anti-racism class so that students who can't
Oh,
afford
that's
to go.
awesome.
Um,
I've
Chris
been
is
on my
doing this.
anti-racism journey.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah,
great.
that's
Hear
what
that.
attracted me to your live.
Oh, dope. So
Yeah.
We are, I don't know if you've ever heard of me here before, but we're a bunch of European Americans who are deconstructing white supremacy from our lives. And we're funding and
Mm-hmm.
promoting anti racism education and building a pro humanity community. We have a bunch of
That's awesome.
chats. We have a bunch of chats in Signal. We tend to capture folks who have isolated themselves from the community because they don't know who to trust anymore after the election. Good morning, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
And some disabled folks too, because it's an online space where you can find community. And we are, talking about the things in our life that we need to deconstruct, and we're not talking about family dynamics and how to
Right.
deal with family situations. And it's in Signal where we're not harming other marginalized communities, and we can talk more openly about the problems in our community and try to help solve them.
That's pretty amazing. I
So,
think that, I've been reading books and kind of doing it on my own, and but also on, lives. Have you heard of the controversial blonde?
oh yeah, she's dope.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So
every
like,
Saturday we highlight educators
hmm
for a week, and then the next Friday we pay them as a group. So controversial blonde was one of our educators. She's amazing. She's been on our labs, and
she is amazing.
so excited to see where her journey leads.
Hmm.
We've been in existence for about a year. It started as pay your anti-racism educator challenge from Kai Lives Here, which is distribute the medicine here on TikTok. And he challenged anti-racism students to get with their friends and pick 15 educators, and each week send a different educator $5 each, and then as a group you're sending. Um, try to you know give back where we can because they do give us a lot of free education, and also encourage white folks to really engage in the process of reparations, whether it's you know, a small amount or not, but at least it's something, and
Right.
can't always depend on the government to do the right thing. And
Right. I mean, I do have to say I'm in California and they're doing some things, giving back
yes,
lands, just to families that the lands used to be like. I know one in particular that's in San Francisco that it used to be a vacation spot for Black communities, and the lands were taken away or kind of robbed from this family. So California gave back to the family the land, which is now worth millions and millions of dollars, right? Because of the location.
you're right about that, Amy. You never depend on the government to do the right thing, ever.
Well, yeah. There's other places too that I think are doing it. There's other places too that I think are doing it. Reparations, different states.
It's great. I like to hear that. I hope that that kind of progress keeps going and some of this racist stuff falls off. But that's just the
Yeah, it
trade.
was really sad when he got elected the first time. I was working in a high school, and the amount of craziness I saw from a certain demographic at high school level of "go back home, Trump won, you have to go home" type shit, right? We're talking about 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. They definitely learned it from home. It was so gross because just the permission to be assholes came out.
Yep. been on a steady ride ever since.
Yeah.
I used to be a substitute teacher. I worked mostly with high school students too. And I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
finally gave it
was
up when they
immediate.
took the mask mandates off because I have autoimmune problems and like trying to work with kids who aren't exactly the best at hygiene and
Mm-hmm.
also not wearing masks with COVID flying around. I'm like, no thanks. You guys don't really give a shit about my health and safety. So I'm going to go do something
Could see
else.
that totally.
So that's what I did. I did something else. I miss it though. I really like teaching.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot
I
of
was a
teaching in my
cheerleading
capacity
coach,
now.
so I wasn't
Yeah?
necessarily a teacher, but I was a cheerleading
Okay.
coach in the high school. We would go to competition. I mean, of course, we would do like the football games and the basketball games, and then also competitions. But the Trump flag came out right after he got elected in November, which was football season, and these kids yelling at the Hispanic community in our school, go home, nobody wants you, Trump won, blah, blah, blah. And I went to the vice principal, who was, also considered the dean, and I said, this is an issue. And he's like, yeah, but it's First Amendment right, blah, blah, blah. So nothing happened during football season. They came back during basketball season when now we're in a gym and everybody's kind of packed in there for basketball games. And it didn't go so pretty, because the Hispanic families were very upset and they
Yeah,
just kind of had enough of
understandably.
these kids. And a fight broke out and this whole thing. And I looked at the vice principal. I'm like, I hate to say I told you so, but it's a problem.
Yeah, for real. I could teach online, and I've thought about it, but I kind of have my hands full with eager, and it makes it really challenging to do much of anything else. I'm glad to hear that Tulsa is doing stuff, though. I mean, that's great. We should. They've got a lot to make up
Yeah,
for.
didn't they just get like a new mayor that's helping with that? I think they got a new mayor that's helping with that. I am upset about the white only community that they're building in the Ozarks. Have you heard about
I'm
that?
honestly just confused about this because we have white-only communities now all over. We have
Yeah, but
them
they want
everywhere.
the Christian nationalist crap.
Yeah, they're doing that in also. I want to say it's Wisconsin or Missouri.
I think it was
These intentional
Missouri.
communities.
Hmm.
There's more than one. They're happening all over
Oh,
this
I'm sure.
coast.
But
But
it's
yeah, the one
really
I
kind
saw
of
yesterday.
gross. And when Amy brought up Tulsa, I'm like, can we do Tulsa to these communities? Like, just saying.
That's what they're afraid of.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like the town that I live in is like 87% white folks. Most are white. I mean,
Hmm.
it's so insane. Like, why even consider it stupid? What are you gonna do? Kick the people out that live there already? Probably. I mean, those are
Oh, Arkansas has several. It's just really gross. It's just really gross.
ridiculous.
I mean, I would consider us, I haven't looked at the demographics since the last census, but we're very white where I live, but it is a very liberal town. So, very like, there's a high population of LGBTQ here, and we protect each other like crazy. So anybody that comes into this community is welcome.
My community would probably say something similar, except for the liberal part. And they have literally froze me out of everything that they talk about recently.
That's awful. Do you have an
Banned me from their page.
indivisible group in your area?
No, I live in a
We have
crazy town.
Indivisible here, which I've been going out and doing the protests like every week or so. Every Saturday they have a protest. The whole 4th of July parade was a protest here.
I am speaking at the Stark County. I don't live in Stark County, but I'm speaking at the Stark County Invisible, um, like their yearly meeting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the 7 sites class modified for um,
I find
Jaws.
that to be a good community.
I didn't realize that the national chapter was run by scientists. That kind of took me back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if anybody needs it, it's white people. So we're gonna do what we gotta do. Sometimes I agree with that also, Amy. But that's the nature of white folks, really. You know, we lack we lack like true community and place of replacement. I dropped a seed down in here now. I can't find it. It just looks like one.
It'll show up.
Yeah, I'm running through it. Cheese bar. But yeah, I'm excited about speaking. It's it's important work, anti-racism. It's important that European Americans engage in it. However,
I'm going to stay on mute for a second. I have to use the restroom.
okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have you heard of the People's Sick Day, Amy? I'm sure you've heard of it.
It's supposed to be 3 days, right? It's not just one day, it's 3 days.
No, it's yeah, and I don't think it's going to stop at that one instance either. I think they're going to do several. It seems to me. The general strike is separate, um, a separate thing from the people. So they've been planning that since 2020. Agreed. Agreed. Not
And
everyone can
it's not
participate in
just
that
for
free
people
freedom.
not to work, it's also no shopping, no participating in the capitalism.
We should turn off our fucking cell phones.
That would
You
be
know what
good
I
too.
mean? Like, just turn the damn
Hmm.
phones off for a couple of days. It might get the phone companies to wake up a little bit too.
True.
Yes. Where I live in Northeast Ohio, we have a mutual aid network. It's not very active, but I think it could be. So we are currently trying to get a building to hold our meetings on the ground. It's been a challenge. Real estate is America is a death cult. Not because I'm charging, they won't let me do that. If I charge for anything, they won't let me. Hello, thank you. Janine! Because I was born here. My ancestors came from Germany and, you know, colonized this land brutally and then claimed it was theirs, just like yours.
Yeah, I was born here. My mom is still a Danish citizen with a green card here in the United States. I'd be considered what they would call an anchor baby, 54-year-old anchor baby. I'm going to fight for this country because I am patriotic and I want it
What
to work.
benefit? What benefit is there to being here? Everyone I know is living in poverty. They can't access health care. They can barely feed themselves. What do you mean? What benefit is there to being American? I'm happy to go back to Germany if you want to raise the funds for me. My cash app is Vic's on Fire. Land back and all. Freedom. I have freedom to talk because I'm a human being. You think you have control over that or something? The government doesn't even have control over it.
I think your name is kind of ironic.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He's still stuck in that American exceptionalism that's such a lie.
Hmm.
Why we commit mass genocide all across the world. He thinks that makes him a bad person or something. I don't know.
I am looking to get my dual citizenship with Denmark because my mother still
Okay,
has
cool.
hers. And they have what they call the princess law.
I don't know what that is.
In Denmark,
If
if
I have free
you
speech, then I
are.
should be able to complain and whine all I want. But what are you doing here in my life, complaining and whining? Anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay. In Denmark, the princess rule is if your mother or father is a Danish citizen, you can apply for dual citizenship or citizenship in Denmark. So I am looking to get my dual citizenship.
Oh,
There's more than just that, though. You had to have traveled to Denmark in certain years and what have you. So I'm still looking into it.
gotcha.
We don't have the best health care when people can't get it.
What healthcare? Even the healthcare we have is shit. It's gotten even worse in the last
Mm-hmm.
year. Every time I go to the doctor
Mm-hmm.
for lupus, which is a rheumatologist, I have a different doctor because they can't keep them.
Well, and it's only going to get worse after this tax bill that they just put through.
Really. Hashtag leaving mega. I work constantly. What do you mean?
I don't have to work. I must bug the shit out of some people.
He's just bought into the lie that working hard and merit is what gets you money, and it isn't. It just isn't. Some of the hardest working people I know are homeless.
See, I accidentally became what they call a traditional wife. And it was by accident because childcare would cost so much, and we couldn't. If
Right,
I had worked, I would have just paid for childcare.
right.
And so I ended up staying home, and now my husband provides for me still. Isn't that what they want?
Yeah, of course, but only, only so they can use it as a talking point.
Hmm.
They don't really have values other than hating black people. So
I don't think that that healthcare should be or insurance should be subject to work. I don't think that companies want it. I don't think it's good for the United States. I think it puts a burden on everybody to only have health. And plus, they won't give you the full time work to have to give you health care. They'll give you part time work and play the game of the shell game to not get health care.
yep, yep. Truth seeker likes to be taken advantage of by companies. It makes them feel superior to the rest of us. I don't understand it. But I made it through that first batch.
Good for you.
Oh my god, my hands look like. I found the seed I dropped,
See, I told you it'd show up.
and an
Even
initial
if
one
it
I
was
didn't know
after
about.
you cooked it down, it would have shown up. Do you strain it after you cook it?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
like
it would have
to
shown
cook
up.
them with the seeds in it because they have some poison properties. Not
Ah,
terribly deadly or anything, but has arsenic in the seed. I have in the past. All right, I'm taking this, trying to the seed, doing my next set.
that's funny because we are not considered the happiest country nor the most productive country nor the best education nor do we have equal rights in this country yet. I mean, we're supposed to be striving to be a more perfect union, but people just voted against that. So fuck that too, I guess. When they stop kidnapping people off the street, I might start being a little bit more grateful.
Jeez, it's like a scorcher here. A whole nother pan.
North Carolina Blue Dot just came in.
Everywhere
Am I
else we
still
have
following
more
her?
access to success than the United States because we have billionaires who are sucking the life out of everyone that don't deserve it, that they were born into. And because of that, people seem to think they need to worship them while they take advantage of our neighbors.
It's funny because my husband was actually an inventor and he sold his invention. You want to talk about actual people that give to this country? It's not you, Truth Seeker, because you're still not figuring out that this is not a country for all.
Right? Not only
It's
that,
not
but
for all.
look how we invented the internet. You know, the United States, Scripps husband, that's true. Supposedly, we paid for it as tax dollars, or through our tax dollars, and
Hmm.
yet we still have to pay for it. That's exploitation. We already paid for it. I don't think it's great to live in a country that makes you pay for things that the earth provides. That's nuts. We should care and love for one another and take care of each other.
No, my husband
Communities
sold
alone.
the rights to his invention, and I don't have to work. He provides for me. Don't know what to tell you.
I mean, like you said, that's what Republicans want women to stay home so men take care of them.
I
Right?
raised the
Not what I mean?
children, and now I'm retired.
Right.
And my husband's gone 6 weeks out of every 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off.
I'm sorry, Truth Seeker, but I got a problem with this comment because my job as a human being on the planet is to recognize the humanity of other people. And because they don't get the privilege, I should be complaining about it. I don't understand what you're talking about. That doesn't even make sense. I shouldn't talk about the inequities in our country because it doesn't affect me. What a selfish thing to say.
See, they don't seem to understand that they want women to stay home, take care of the family, and I actually did that, and now he's complaining that I don't work and I'm ungrateful. No, we had an agreement early on in my marriage because of the cost of health, or excuse me, not healthcare, because of the cost of childcare. It was an agreement my husband and I made years ago. Now, I have worked in my life. I have done things where I could have the same summers off with my kids, or so I worked for the school district, or I was a real estate agent where I could make my own hours, but I don't work anymore.
It's true. We should be complaining about that. If our neighbors don't get what they need, we should be up in arms about that. We shouldn't be complaining that somebody on a live is talking about the inequities in our country and insinuating that they shouldn't be here because they are complaining about. That's insane. You should be able to talk about the problems around you so that you can solve them instead of just saying, "Oh, well, you're privileged, don't talk about them." That's crazy. My neighbors
You know
are
what?
suffering.
I am privileged because I don't have to work, and you're right. Okay, fine. I'm privileged. I get that, and I understand that. I also came from a privileged family, and I inherited my family home.
Well, they can be real mad about that.
But
You
that
have
doesn't
better
mean I don't give
family,
a
though.
shit about other people. Like, for instance, people that have to work, for instance, at a Walmart and have to still get food stamps because they don't get paid enough. I can care about that.
The problem is the truth seeker can't care about that. He don't care about anybody but himself. As long as he's doing good, it's fine. Until they come after him, and then he'll cry on the internet like the rest of the mega supporters.
Hmm. I think if
Oh,
you
I'm
are
sorry, I
working
voted for Trump.
multiple
I regret it.
jobs, you should have health care. You should have you that's what my taxes are for, truth seeker. My taxes go to red states for their welfare. And let me just
Right,
tell you right now that I we pay our taxes and I'm not upset about it. But I want it to go to people, not to billionaires.
right. No, you don't care about it all, or you wouldn't be in here trying to harass the people that are talking about the disparities in our country. You are talking to people that want our country to do better, and you're telling us to shut up. What does that say about you? Don't talk about the problems. We don't want to fix it. We just have a bunch of homeless folks that can't get access to health care or food, but we should just ignore that. No, not
Right. They
even
always
care
say we
about the
don't have the money, and then they build alligator Alcatraz within a few weeks. We have plenty
or
of
send
money
billions
to
of
do all the
dollars to
things.
Israel or send billions of dollars to Israel. Like, come on. A healthy community is one that's able to talk about their problems and work towards solving them, not ignore them or harass people that are talking about. That's not a healthy dynamic. You're right about that, Medusa. And like I said, they'll be on the internet crying. I voted for Trump and I regret it. Yeah, we tried telling you that.
That's true. They won't care until it affects them personally. And
Yeah,
that's the
I agree.
sad thing is that empathy is not part of their structure. It's all about me, 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 me.
Literally bred out of us. We have to work to have empathy. Yeah, healthy communities talk about their problems. They talk about how to solve them. They talk about um, creative solutions to people's needs. You know, go on other people's pages and bash them for no reason. When you figure out that Trump don't love you, let us know. I hope it ends just the way Hitler did, I'll be honest.
You know what's interesting about being a patriot of this country is that you fight for it to be better. That is being a patriot.
They don't know how to be patriots. They don't know how to love a country. They don't know how to love their neighbors. Hate is all me.
And dissent is patriotic.
Yep. But I don't even want to be a patriot like that. At this point, it's just fascism we made over. The United States is a fascist country, has been for a long time. Death and destruction is what our country's about. We were sold a lie. Some of us bought into it.
I just really realized this is Medusa's backup. And so I followed you on this one too, because I know I was following you on the other one.
I'm tired of plum guts. I lost one. It went
Yeah,
falling.
in this fascist regime that we're in right now, it's hard to be a patriot. It's the only thing that I can be happy is that I still have my First Amendment right, that I can still go out and protest. And if they take that away from me, then I know we're out in the wilderness.
Oh, I just saw a video yesterday. I haven't verified it yet, but basically, they're trying to make it to where if you're filming the police, that's considered violence, and they can arrest you
Hmm.
and put you in jail. That's what
Well,
it
they've
says.
been doing that in LA.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I just saw a video of a man who got pulled over. He looked, he presented white man, beard. You would think he was, whatever. He was driving down the road. Cop like immediately did a U-turn, pulled him over for like a tag or a registration tag or something. They asked for his ID. He gave him the ID. This is out of his words. I tried to put it on my what is it called? My page.
Stories.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
my story. Thank you. And anyway, so he gets pulled over. The woman was back there running his ID, and she's like, "Do you have any IDs in other
Hi, Medusa.
states, or have you had license in other states?" And he told her which states, and she's like, "Weird." She's like, "Can I have your social security number?" And he's like, "Okay, this has never happened on a traffic stop before." So she goes back there for another 15 minutes or so. She comes back. She goes, I had to call my supervisor. So the supervisor comes out. They take him out of the car. He's sitting on the back bumper. And the supervisor is trying to run all this stuff. And he goes, "Are you sure this is a real ID, like a real ID or driver's license from the state?" And he's like, "That's what they gave me." And supervisor leaves again for like another 20 minutes, comes back and goes, "Oh, I figured it all out. You can go." And he goes, "Wait a minute. You were threatening arresting me because I didn't have proper ID. You were saying, "Oh, what are?" And now I can just go. No, you have to tell me what's going on. He goes, "Well, you can blame ICE for this because of your last name. They've scrubbed you." He happens to have a Hispanic last name. They just scrubbed him.
That's
There is
crazy.
no, yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do in that case if they've just scrubbed you?
Got me.
And I guess the supervisor said this is going to happen to you more. Like you don't have the freedom now to travel if they've scrubbed you.
Right.
Try to get a passport. Try to do anything. Try to get a bank
Administration
account.
is off its rocker. This shit didn't start with Trump, and it won't end.
And this is happening to American citizens.
They're deporting children with cancer. I don't know why anybody
Well, and then there
thinks
was the, what was
it's
he, 78 years old, lost his wallet. So his green card was lost. And that is a documented resident of the United States. He went to go replace his green card. They took him out of the country and they didn't tell the family where he was until he passed away.
Oh, is that the one that had medication that he couldn't take?
Yeah,
He
I think they took
kept it
him to
from his medicine?
Guatemala or somewhere. I
Yeah,
can't
and
remember
then he
where they
died.
took him, but he was 78
Oh
years
man.
old and he passed away because he lost his green card.
I mean,
Tell me
this
how
isn't
great
my
America
country.
is. Tell me.
The same country I'm gonna live in.
Well, and being that my mother's on a green card, I was like, Mom, make sure you have. Oh, I didn't even tell you the one that with my mom. My mom didn't get her Social Security check. She went into the Social Security office here in California. They said, sorry, your green card's expired. She goes, no, 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 no. She whipped that sucker out. She goes, it doesn't expire until 2027. Well, we can't get into the computers to change it. So you're going to have to make an appointment. You're sitting right here with my green card in front of you. And what do you mean you can't get into the computers?
Right.
I had people, when I've told that story, they go, a green card holder can get Social Security? Yes. Yes, she's worked in this country since she was 16.
What's what's the problem with that? I don't understand.
I don't know. I think they think that just because somebody's a resident of this country, they can't get Social Security. But if you paid into it, you can get money out of it.
If you're undocumented, though, you can. And I think that's what they get confused.
That's true, Amy. Don't tell me this country's so fucking awesome when we have people being disappeared.
Yeah, we have a whole concentration camp. More than one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're focused on one, but there's more than one.
True.
Right. Oh shit. Just got- This whole pot is gonna be
So is that a new law, Amy? Because like If you haven't paid into Social Security in the last 10 years, then you can't get it. What if somebody's 80 something and they haven't worked in 10 years, but they've been on Social Security?
Oh, that's different. They've already qualified. They don't have to. I'm coming, Big Mac. Don't you worry. I'll be right there.
Well, I have to go. It was nice to meet you. Have a good day, Eager.
Oh, my name's Vix, by the way. I never did say. Oh, wait. How you doing today, Amy? What are you up to? Hey, Stephanie. Hey, thanks. Hey. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what. Today is going to be a processed fruit day. We got a whole watermelon in there that I'm going to turn into jelly. I love watermelon jelly, but I think it'll go over well with the market. So, donations to attend this live or this Zoom that I'm advertising here will go toward student tuition for different. Oh, these plums are so good. I can't really believe how good they are. It's crazy. How do I change this? So, this is a donation based class. Any money raised by this class will support students in attending this class. Yes. It certainly is expensive to get an education. This is education that our country should have given us And since they didn't, we've got to get it ourselves. I'm excited for this class. I hope I get to go. I certainly need a scholarship. You can donate to Kokai, which is right there. His name is his address. Um, you can also send funds to Eager Community LLC, and they will make sure that they get where they need to go for class. Got my graduate degree. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, there probably is. There, you can go on our website even. It's www.joineager.com, and there's donations. Yeah, there should be links in our bio. Hell yeah, land back. Hell yeah. How do we support that? It looks like a murder scene on my porch. Yes. So, um, let me tell you a little bit about Eager and what we're doing here. We are a group of European Americans who are deconstructing white supremacy from our lives, funding, promoting anti-racism education, and forming a program. We have single chats where we deconstruct together and plan together and just chill and talk together about issues in our community. Um, we share different anti-racism opportunities in those chats too. Some of the things that people said about being an eager. Eager saved my marriage. Eager cured my depression. Um, Eager helped me with my anxiety. Eager helped me talk to my family about race. First, it's not just Eager. It's Eager and the educators that support us. They're, um, I don't want to say that, but basically, um, without their wisdom, we would be nothing. We thank them. Some of the educators that support us are Cash J, Ukraine, Desiree Stevens, and Matthew Burnett. Every week, we highlight a different educator, and the Friday of the next week, we pay them as a group. Um, we ask folks to share, comment, like, subscribe, whatever, with the educator, and also to send funds. You can either send funds to the educator directly, or you can add to our group money that goes to them. Some folks send $20 or $25 a month, depending on what is um, what the needs are. And then we just move that money over. We don't keep getting that separate fees from cash up. We're not doing anything. I'm glad you stopped by. It is. I mean, that's the thing. Um, a lot of these folks had isolated themselves from their community because they don't really trust anymore. And coming into Eager into a pro humanity space where while you will be held accountable, you will also be held accountable for love. It's not a call out culture. It's hey, would you consider this? Or, oh, I used to believe it too, and then I learned this. Or I understand where you're coming from. Living in a white supremacy, being a white supremacist, while past privileges, it also comes with a lot of boundaries. Eager's been in existence for just over a year. We had our first survey of participants, and everyone showed increased ability to talk to their families about ways and racism. Um, some of these folks, like I said, have isolated themselves, most of them, and many of them are starting to go out into the community and give shit done. And we support them getting involved in local organizations or starting one if there isn't one that they want to participate in. Sometimes it can feel like you're surrounded by hateful, uneducated people. And while that is true, there are also folks out there who give a shit. And it's nice to be in the community with those folks. You're welcome to join. Go to our website. There is a form to fill out to join. Um, there is an optional membership that helps. If you're operational, $10 a month. And you can, you can. You're still invited. You're still welcome. You will see a lot of fundraising, though. So if that is a trigger for you, it's probably we do ask for money because unfortunately the world we live in requires it. But most of our fundraising is going to educators or mutual. I'm hoping soon to have an anchor on the ground, whether it be in Wisconsin, Florida, or Ohio. And that's going to take money too. I just want to be clear that this racial trauma center is not my original idea. And with me specifically, I do support that. And it's racial trauma centers everywhere, not just for black and brown people, but for white folks. For white folks to learn and heal from the trauma associated with white supremacy, and learn about the effects of race and racism. Just that one. Exactly. Yeah, it is. It's delusion of supremacy. Supremacy delusion of supremacy. I've heard all kinds of names for it. See, the Patriot couldn't hang. A murder scene here, all these plums. I think next year I need a pitter. Oh, bye, Stephanie. Thanks for stopping by. Come back and check us out. Um, oh, yeah, I mean, ignorance is bliss, you know. The comfort of living life. One of the things that conservatives say that we're taking because it doesn't make any sense is uh, the kids aren't old enough to know that, you know. They shouldn't have to be, yet the people we oppress have to at a young age, at a very young age. I saw police arresting a 10-year-old boy for literally doing nothing. He was doing nothing. Just seeing another 10-year-old boys do nothing. Jason, hello. It's good to see you. Yeah, I am cutting up plums in case you're wondering. I do a lot of canning, a lot of preserving food. I will dehydrate some of those greens and stuff. I gotta get the guts out of the plums. Oh, of course. I'm so sick of cinnamon. I don't even believe half of these people are ICE agents. They're Patriot Front members. Ugh. Oh, it's hot. Hell yeah. I have a friend who keeps talking about it. I see that white folks are getting in trouble for being in Mexico illegally, which I find fucking hilarious. Yep. Hey guys, by the way, Gaza is starting. I just want to say that. It's not okay. It's not okay that we're funding it. It's not okay that we're participating in it. And Amy's a good person to go to and follow if you're looking to help donate to Gaza's Palestinians. She highlights families that are in Gaza or people that are in Gaza.
Oh,
Yeah, she tells us the news about Gaza what's happening, which I so appreciate. I try to catch her every day. I don't get sat on my counter for 3 days. I can't believe that they didn't start rotting. Right. It's, Absolutely. And we could have stopped it, but instead we said, oh no, that's totally fine. As long as you're just Palestinian. I didn't think you'd use it on us. She when we first thought. Do it to her neighbor and do it to you. And let's be real, Palestinians are our neighbors. They're part of our culture. I remember when I first started talking about Palestine, um, like, I didn't know what was going on over there. Nobody was trying to tell me anything. But when I first started talking about it, I had a friend who is Jewish, and they lost their mind on me because of well, they're Zionists, not because they're Jewish. And now I think that they've educated themselves a little more. It's good to see that they're interacting with my Palestinian closest in a positive way instead of negative like they used to. But it's possible that we go. We just have to be willing and open to knowing that we can be wrong about things. I'm wrong all the time. I'm wrong a lot. Not wrong. Oh yeah. I did it. I did it. That's a lot of years. Well, and it'll be just like everything else, It won't matter until it starts happening to them. And then they'll be complaining, but it'll be too late. One pot. Two. Right, everybody. All right, now I'm in the house. You need to go outside, buddy. You were just outside. You want to be where the warmth is? All right, little guy. King, you going out? Yeah, yeah, no. That dog in the summertime, he'd spend his whole life out there if I let him. He's something else. I don't blame him. It's nice out. It's just hot. Oh, you're right about that, Jason. Too much apathy, too much, I don't know, anger. A lot of folks feeling inadequate. Okay. I'm glad I have these big pans from my grandmother. They're so helpful. All right. On to the next step of the process. Got our one drain that is working right now. Well, I'm gonna get off of here on my Facebook Live here in a little bit too. I haven't done one on Facebook, so it was good seeing you all. You made 8-course pasta sauce? That's dope. I'm not the best person to learn to can from. My grandma taught me to be a rebel canner. So there's that. But have a great day, y'all. I appreciate you being here.